Hey guys, this is B Junior from Endurance Productions coming at you with some more action movie reviews today. Gonna do a little something different, same but different I should say. I've said on many occasions I'm a big time Chuck Norris fan. I've got most or all of his films up there on the shelf. Most of the ones that I really like, I'm lacking a couple, but I've added one recently that I wanted to do a quick review on. I paid $5 for it, but it is a little bit harder to find. I found it used. It is Invasion USA. It's one of his better mid-80s flicks that he put out, and it needs to have a proper DVD release. This one's okay, and it gets the job done, but we'll get more into that here in a minute. This is the MGM Best of Chuck Norris series. I guess the reason why I want to start my review that way is because MGM, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, the production company that put out a ton of Chuck Norris flicks during the early to mid-80s, Chuck Norris was their front-line action guy. I mean, he was like in every single action production they put out during probably that whole decade. And he was like the spokesperson for anything that was action for MGM back then. I don't even think he strayed and went to Warner Brothers or anything like that during that era. It wasn't until later that he switched up and started doing other projects or even TV with Walker, Texas Ranger. Invasion USA, what makes it really, really good is that you can't take it really seriously. It's just a good action movie. I mean, it's sort of like the first Missing in Action movie. The first Missing in Action, who was also directed by the same director of this movie, Joseph Zito. Both of those movies, they just share that good knack for just being a good, in-your-face action movie, but not too over the top. It was just kind of matter of fact. This is Chuck. He can't act, but he's just a good action star, and just turn him loose and let him do what he does. And he delivers not only in that older flick, but this one as well. This came about, I believe, about 2 years later after Missing in Action. This one is kind of a little more over the top in the storyline, though. The storyline centers around Matt Hunter. Okay, there's that's a telltale sign right there. His character's name is just kind of the cliched action star name, Matt Hunter. But anyway, action star, superstar Chuck Norris, he gets out there and wages war on an invasion that happens in Florida. It starts in Florida, and it's about this kind of the Red Dawn atmosphere where they have Cuban forces, Russian forces, and all these bad terrorist groups coming together to do kind of like a multi-attempt at invading America, basically. And you know, it's just pretty fitting because when America can't take care of its own problems in a small terrorist group, who do they call? They call Chuck Norris and his twin Uzis in his pickup truck. I mean, it's just one of those things. I even laugh talking about it because you can't take it that seriously because this movie, it's just one of those I never get tired of. I mean, it's got a supporting bad guy role for Richard Lynch. Not a whole lot of other main name actors in the movie. There's probably a lot of character actors. You probably notice their face once you see them on the screen from other Chuck Norris and Joseph Zito movies. But just a couple words on the direction style. Not only Chuck Norris doing what he does best here in this movie, which is just, it's standard action fare, guys, as far as story. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. The bad guys invade USA and Chuck Norris is running around in a pickup shooting them and blowing them up. I mean, that is basically what this movie is, but it does it well. And that's what's so good about it. Joseph Zito directs this movie, of course. He's one of those kind of he's kind of what James Wan is trying to be now. Joseph Zito, I have a lot of respect for his direction style because the guy can do horror, he can do dramatic stuff, he can do action, of course. He can do a little bit of everything, and he does it pretty well. He turns in a good product every time. That's why I enjoy watching his movies, whether it's The Prowler, Friday 13th the final chapter, or Red Scorpion, Invasion USA, Missing in Action. You name it. All these movies that come to mind that he's directed, they're just all pretty good flicks. I mean, you say the names and most people have seen them. And that's why I say that's the mark of a good director, when they're not just pigeonholed to one genre and they can do a lot of different things. But back to the movie at hand here. Invasion USA, just like I said before, it's got going over the DVD here. The DVD is an English Dolby Surround 2.0 channel sound and the widescreen 1:8:5:1 ratio. The picture's very clean. The sound is okay. The sound is lacking, guys. There again, this is, like I said, a bare-bone version of the DVD. I think it sports a trailer on here, guys. The trailer's a hoot, too. Always watch your trailers for Chuck Norris before you watch the movies because that'll just get you in the right mood of just the sheer brain-dead machoism that goes on in the movies. But it's good. It's like brain candy. You'll like it. Just try it. Anyway, guys, Invasion USA, one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies. If you haven't seen it, you owe it yourself to at least give it a rental for just party night or something like that if you want something different to watch, or just something something to veg out and have a little bit of action fare with. Don't take it too seriously. Draw your own conclusions. Take care, and I'll see you next time.